details. Follow the hustle.
What's up, guys? As a lot of you know, for the past week, I have been looking into and experimenting with doing Instacart as a way to make money during these challenging times. A lot of things have changed right now, but people still need groceries. And because they don't want to go outside because of what's happening right now, the pay is up. The customers are being very gratuitous. The tips are good. The amount of orders are up. And this is not just for Instacart. It's for all kinds of food delivery service like Postmates, Shipt, Uber Eats, Grubhub, etc. And I will look into those, but lately I've been doing Instacart. I've actually completed 8 hours, and I want to share with you guys how much money I've made in my first 8 hours working with Instacart. But first, I'm going to go do a quick delivery right now. This is a small delivery, and I'm going to make about $22 plus tip. Let's go do that real quick. This delivery that I'm going to do right now is right by my house. I love doing deliveries that are close to my house. There's not always a delivery that's close to my house, especially as it gets later towards the day. I can only assume that once it gets closer to dinner time, people have already got the groceries that they need, and so they're making dinner and they're not doing Instacart, which is why I'm also signing up for DoorDash and Uber Eats so that I can take advantage of the people that aren't making dinner but are ordering dinner in after Instacart deliveries start slowing down. If you guys like videos about this kind of content, specifically Instacart, gig economy, how to make money selling things on the side, how to be a reseller full-time, how to make a living outside of the traditional 9-to-5, please subscribe to the channel, like this video, and stay tuned. After we finish this delivery, I'm going to break down to you everything I've learned in the first 8 hours of driving with Instacart and let you know exactly how much money I've made and how I made it and all the little tips and tricks that I've learned about doing the job. I'm official now. Your boy's official. Got the card. Actually pretty excited. I was able to find some gloves, so now I'm not out here just touching everything. It's gonna take way too long for me to do this order if I film the whole time while I'm doing it, so I'll film a little bit, but I'm just gonna grab everything as fast as possible and then head out, and then I'll talk to you guys in a second. Got the 4 Health Aid kombuchas in the cart. Okay, they want some cheese, and I know because I was here earlier that there is no 32-ounce cheese, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab 4 8-ounce packages and substitute that for them. The customer wants pastaroni angel hair pasta with herbs, but I do not see it. There's Parmesan cheese, there's butter and garlic, garlic olive and vermicelli. Doesn't look like they have it, so let's see if there's anything else that they want. 2, 3, 4. Signature Kitchen soy sauce, need that. Liquid smoke, oh, there it is. We need some tea and some hot dogs. It says it's on aisle 5. They're not always correct, but usually it gets you in the area you need to get to. Tea. Oh, there it is. Cart is looking nice. Now we just need to go grab some weenies. So we got the order. Now we're gonna go to checkout. It's been hit or miss with the grocery stores. They're either severely packed or just really, really empty. Right now they're pretty empty. This guy's happy to see me right here. How you doing? Okay. Oh. Can you bag the perishables separately from the non-perishables, please? Okay. Thank you. Appreciate that. That's everything. Okay, so all in all, it's extremely easy. Once you check out, you take the receipt and you photograph it in the app, and then you swipe to begin the delivery to the customer, and you actually get directions. They make it super simple. Don't forget to always take your cart back to the corral. Don't be one of those lazy goons that just leaves it in the parking lot or just pops it up on the curb. Be kind. Now I'm gonna scan the receipt into the app real quick, and we will be on our way to deliver the groceries. All right, so that delivery took a little bit longer than expected. That took about 40 minutes and I made 25 bucks in that delivery. But what I want to talk to you about is how much I made in the first 8 hours delivering with Instacart. So I'm going to put that up on the screen right here so everybody can see that. I'm going to open the app, go into the app, check out the earnings, and show you guys the details for my first 8 hours of Instacart, which was actually the first week that I did it. I just did a little bit here and there. But in 8 hours, in 12 minutes, I did $312. On top of that, I got a $50 cash tip, and I'll put a picture of that cash tip right here. So altogether, in 8.2 hours, I did $362.76, right just about that, which is a little under $45 an hour, which is not bad considering it was my first 8 hours of doing Instacart, and obviously there's no way I can be really good at it because I just started doing it. This is something I think is probably the most important thing to understand with Instacart, is that the amount that it shows you you're gonna get paid for an order is two different pieces. One is the guaranteed Instacart payment, and the other is the tip amount from the customer, which is percentage based on the order total. So if you have to refund items because you can't find them and you can't find suitable replacements, or if the customer changes their mind, that number will go down. Also, customers can adjust the tip in the app for up to 3 days. So if they're really nice and they really appreciate you, maybe they'll go up, or maybe they were lying saying they're going to give you a huge tip just to make people do the order and get their order delivered first, and then later they're going to reduce the amount. I'm sure Instacart tries to crack down on that, but that is the reality of it. And because of that, if you're looking at two orders, and let's say one is $70 and one is $50, but the $50 order is 45 guaranteed plus $5, and the $60 order is $30 plus $30 tip, you should go for the $45 guaranteed order, because that's guaranteed. $45 guaranteed no matter what. Only $5 difference can happen no matter what. That $30 order with a $30 tip could change tremendously depending on what happens once you're in the store, what you can find, what you can't find, whether the customer changes their mind, etc. So that's very, very important. Another thing I think is very, very important is just to understand the layout of the store. Where is everything? Familiarize yourself with the store. Pay attention to the tips in the app. It tells you what aisle stuff is on. It's not always accurate, but it really helps, and it can get you within 1 or 2 aisles of where you need to go. Also, at least I've found it very helpful to ask employees. Whenever I see an employee in the store, I will ask them, hey, do you know where soy sauce is? Hey, do you know where cocktail sauce is? Hey, do you know where this is? Or if it's a store I've never been in, is the deli over there? Just when you have an employee and they're happy to help, you got stuff on your list, make sure you ask so you have a little bit better of a chance of finding things quickly. Also, there is little time-saving things you can do. So like when you're going to the produce section, see how many items you get, grab all the bags at once, grab all the twisty ties at once, put the twisty ties in your pocket, bag all the food up that you need at once, then accept it all into the app all at once in the produce section. And don't put the twisty ties on the bags until you're waiting in line at the checkout, because you have to wait in the line, so you might as well use that time to put the twisty ties on the bag. Also, sometimes packaging changes on an item and it might not match the picture in the app, and instead of fumbling around forever trying to find the right thing or the right one, sometimes it'll save you time just to start scanning a barcode, because the app will tell you either that's the right thing or that's the wrong thing. And you might think it's the wrong thing because the packaging doesn't look exactly the same, and it might be the right thing. You never know. If it's the right thing, it'll automatically just go boom, done, enter the quantity, or if it's only one quantity, it'll just disappear on the found list and you're ready to go on to the next item. So don't overthink it too much. Just start scanning when you know you're close and you're unsure. Another thing which seems kind of obvious, but in order to keep your customers happier, make sure that you don't pick up the frozen food or the meat until the end of the order. You don't want to get the frozen food or the meat first, the refrigerated stuff, the frozen stuff. Don't get that stuff first because it's going to warm up while you're shopping, especially ice cream, right? Make sure you get all of that stuff last. And I would get the meats before you go to the frozen section. The frozen section should be the last section before you check out. So making $360 in about 8 hours is pretty amazing, especially during these times when I know everyone's hurting and everyone needs some money. But stay tuned, because now I'm going to give you guys tips and tricks so that you can be faster at Instacart and not make some of the same mistakes that I made when I first started in this last couple days. Also, if you guys would like to sign up for Instacart, please click the link in the description or check out this link right here. This is my referral link, and I would really appreciate if you guys signed up using my link. Communication with the customer on Instacart is very, very important. It's crucial, actually. So what I like to do is when I start shopping, I send a text to the customer in the Instacart app. They have a nice little messaging platform, and I say, hey, customer name, my name is Michael. I'll be your shopper for today. I just want to let you know that oftentimes things are out of stock, but I will do my very best to find exactly what you ordered. If you have anything you need to add to your order, please do so. And if you want to review any of the changes or make new substitutions, please feel free to do that as well. I'm here to help you. This just gets a good repertoire going with the customer and lets them know that you're personable and that you are ready to meet their needs and help them out, because that's really what you're doing. You're helping them out. They don't want to go shopping. They can't go shopping. Maybe they're stuck at home for obvious reasons, or they have kids asleep. Whatever the reason is, they can't get out, and you are doing that for them. So just let them know that you're going to do a good job. You can also send pictures in the app. So you can say, hey, they don't have coffee ice cream, but they do have Java fudge or mocha fudge. Is this okay? And you can snap a picture of it and let them know. I really like doing this, especially when I'm doing substitutions, and I'll show several of the different products side by side. So for example, on today's order, there was a rice-a-roni dinner that they wanted and they didn't have it, but I said, hey, here's the ones they do have, and it was a picture of 3 or 4, and then the customer was like, oh, can you get me 5 of each one? So instead of getting 5 of the one item, which was the original order, which they couldn't find, they actually ended up getting 5 of each of 3 other ones, which increased my tip because the tip is a percentage based on the order. Another thing, when you check out, let the cashier know that you would like the perishables and the non-perishables separated into different bags. The customers really appreciate this, especially keeping all the meat together and all the frozen items together, all the refrigerated items. This helps keep all the temperature sensitive stuff the right temperature. Now, Instacart does recommend that you use insulated bags to put hot foods or cold foods in, but it's not required. You can buy them through the Instacart app. They're a little expensive, or you can get them off of eBay or Amazon, or you can buy them at Costco, or if you do DoorDash or Grubhub or Uber Eats or any of these other services that give you bags, you can use those bags as well with your Instacart orders. One question I get a lot from people is, do I have to wait till I get the credit card in the mail to start or what? No, you don't, because you can use Apple Pay. I'm not sure if it supports Google Wallet, but if you have an iPhone, in the Instacart app, you can link your Instacart credit card to Apple Pay, and then that way you don't have to wait for the card. So I just got my card in the mail today, and I've been doing Instacart for the last week already. So you do not have to wait for the card to come in the mail, which is a huge benefit. Of course, you need to understand where you're going, not only in the store, but for the delivery. So before you start following the directions aimlessly on Waze or Google Maps, look at where the address is, especially if you're familiar with the area. You might be surprised that it might want to take you through some ways that are not the fastest. I had a delivery the other day where it wanted me to drive through town when it was much faster to go the wrong way 1 block, get on the freeway, and then drive 3 miles on the freeway. So don't get fooled and don't be a zombie that just follows the directions of the app, right? Use your brain, save yourself some time. Feedback as a shopper is very important on Instacart. There's actually bonuses. You get a $3 bonus, I believe, when you get a 5-star review from a customer, and you also are eligible for a weekly bonus if you maintain a 4.9 or a 5-star average throughout the whole week. So in order to increase the chances of getting a feedback from your customer, specifically a 5-star one, send the customer a nice message and have this pre-prepared and in a text expansion on your phone so that you can send it to every customer and then just change out their name. It should say something like, hey customer, I really appreciate you shopping with Instacart. If you valued my time and my service, I would appreciate it if you would take the time to leave me a review in the Instacart app. Thank you and have a good day. Something like that, very simple. Change it up your own. You don't have to copy me. Send it to every customer, and I've found that about 75% of customers will leave you a review if you send them this message prompting them to leave you a review. Don't spend too much time looking over your order before you actually start shopping. Scan through it quickly and just note what kind of products there are. Okay, meat, deli, chips, pretzels, those are in the chip section, all that stuff. You'll get smarter over time with what stuff is and where it's at, but it's important to know that chips, pretzels, they might not show up in the app together, and you don't want to get the chips and then go over to the other side of the store store to the produce section and then have to run all the way back over to get those chips. That will wreck your time, right? So check it out real quick and then pay attention. Also, getting to be a master at a certain store or a certain chain of stores is really great. If you live in an area that's busy enough and has a lot of customers, you might be able to shop primarily at 1 or 2 different stores. In that case, you will become an expert of those stores very quickly, and you will save a lot of time per order just because you'll know where every single item is in the store. Another tip that I have, when you are talking to a customer and you are asking if a certain item is an okay replacement with them or waiting on their reply to finalize a substitution or replacement, don't wait. Just grab both of the items off the shelf, put them in the cart, head to the next item on the list, and sometime between then and later, the customer will reply and let you know, no, I don't need 3 of those, 2 will be fine, or no, I don't want the finely grated Parmesan, I want the flaked Parmesan. But you have both in the cart, then you say, great. Then you scan which one they want, put it in the app, and when you get to the checkout, you can give it back to them and say, this is a go back. Overall, I think Instacart is a great gig. You don't need to invest money into product. You don't need to have employees. You don't need to have a warehouse. All you need is a vehicle and a driver's license and a cell phone, and you can start making $40 an hour, at least right now. I'm easily making $300 for every 8 hours. I'm not even doing it full time. I'm just doing it here and there when I have some free time. But I know a lot of people that do Instacart and they're doing it full time right now, having no trouble making $300 a day, making $1,500 a week, making even $2,000 a week if they're doing it every single day. How awesome is that? Now, obviously, this is gonna vary on supply and demand of drivers. How many drivers are there in your area and how many orders are coming in? That's what's gonna dictate what Instacart is paying the drivers for the orders. And of course, depending on where you live, people might tip more if it's a more expensive area. If you guys liked this video, I know you're gonna like this video, which is the first Instacart video I did with my daughter Alyssa. We went to the grocery store and I filmed her while she was shopping, so the documentation of it is much better than today's video, which was me filming myself, which honestly it was a little hard. Next time I'll probably wear a chest mount camera. I don't know how the grocery stores will react to that, but that is the plan if you guys would like me to make more Instacart videos. Do you want me to make more Instacart videos? If you do, please like the video, please subscribe to the channel, and drop a comment down below letting me know, please make more Instacart videos. I'm also going to be making some DoorDash videos, some Uber Eats videos, some Postmates videos, and just a lot of in general gig economy videos because I know a lot of you guys will appreciate the content and could use the extra money right now. What are your guys' experiences with Instacart or with DoorDash or Uber Eats or Postmates? Which is your favorite? Which videos would you like to see me make? Let me know in the comments down below, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Peace.
Strangle to death as I mangle your flesh. Lights on, Nikon, which angle is best? I put you in the frame and let you hang with the rest. Call it photo finish as we diminish your last breath. And if the Sabbath is the day of the Lord, then my style of rap is like the way of the sword. Better sharpen your blade, I'm coming straight for your door. I see the devil in your